Team, what's happening? So today you've added insight into our team. Every quarter we bring the whole company together, we train together, we align everyone on the mission so that everyone in the business understands what they need to do to make the company successful, but also make themselves successful within the company. Now, I've broke this down into 3 elements, are really simple but super valuable when you are building a team, especially as a startup and at the start of your business. Number 1 is the mission. Why are you waking up every day? It has to be more important than financial success, I believe anyway. What value are you bringing to people? What's the change you're making in the world? Why would someone choose to work for you emotionally rather than anyone else? How are you going to make a difference in this world? That's your mission, the direction you are going in, right? Everyone that joins your company needs to be aligned with your mission. And when you're building a team, it is all about relationships, right? And the number 1 thing for a relationship, obviously, is do you connect? Is the person that you're bringing on as part of your team, are they on the same wavelength as you? Do they believe in making this mission come to reality? And do they believe that this mission is going to change the world? And so I'm going to change that right there to relationships, because it's incredibly important. You have a relationship now and you are responsible for multiple people that are along your team and you're responsible for leading them, yeah? When a business is just an individual, it's not really a business. It's definitely not a business that's going to be invested in. Once you've developed your product, you then go from building product to then building a team. And that's where the whole journey changed. It did for me anyway, because when I started to find a team that was rock solid, we really started to move the needle. Why? Because they cover your weaknesses. Yeah, you can't be the jack of all trades, master of none. It just doesn't work, right? You'll have different strengths and you'll have different weaknesses as well. And it's about finding people that cover your strengths and weaknesses. So for instance, in our case, I was someone that was started as a coach. I was someone that obsessed about the product, and I was someone that knew how to deliver the product. And then I also knew how to build connections with our customers and build community. But I wasn't the best operator in the world. So I needed someone to come on to cover my weaknesses. This is so valuable. You're engineering this system, right? And this system has different positions where people work. This system as a customer, right? This system as a problem that they are changing in the world. This system as a product that they are delivering to that customer at a certain price point. It is a whole system that you are engineering and creating that one day is going to be worth a ton of value, right? The next thing is speed. Speed as a startup is one of your biggest weapons, right? You need to move fast. Why? I can make a decision now, today, right? I like that product. Let's move with that. Let's train people for it. You can make decisions, right, that can change the direction or the speed in which you hit that goal really quick. And I always believe you learn as you're doing. So if you're someone who's willing to go, this decision, my gut instinct, this feels right, and it also matches from a numbers standpoint, boom, let's go with this. I also believe in don't procrastinate, right? If your gut instinct is telling you that this decision is the right thing to do and the numbers match, then it's probably going to be the right decision. So you're better off going with that and then learning as you go, right? And tweaking it as you go. The last thing is leadership. Why is this important? I had a team, but I wasn't the best leader. And this is, Simon Sinek goes into this, right? Simon Sinek will talk about, to start with why, and he talks about the leadership, and he's probably one of the best in the world at it. Leadership is how you get the best out of your team that are going towards this goal. How are you going to get them there? That is leadership. If you're focused in the wrong direction, or you're sweating the small stuff, say, you're waking up every day stressing about stuff that isn't actually going to move the needle, you're wasting energy. Yeah, you're wasting energy on things that don't matter. How? What is the system for success? How do you deliver on this mission successfully? The reason the people is important, and I wanted this to be a pillar, is because when you are leading people, when you are managing people, not everyone is the same, right? And I'll take this back to the coaching world. The best coaches in the world know how to get into your mind as an individual, and not everyone has the same things that they're incentivized by. It's important as a leader to understand what someone's strengths and weaknesses are, what gets someone going, what holds someone back. If someone's had a week where they're really not delivering, why is it? You can sit them and help them understand where they might be going wrong, and you can help that person work it out. The best ones I've had are the ones that maybe don't give me the answer, but the ones that help me understand how I achieve that goal. For me, once you get this going, you'll then start to create a great culture. For me, culture is your team. The way your team turn up, the way you turn up as an individual and as a leader, right? And the way you act. If you're fiery, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you manage, your team will start to replicate that, and they'll start to do the same thing. So firstly, with culture is lead by example. That is the essence of culture. If you look at many subcultures, you look at the mods and rockers, that they were subcultures, right? They was a group of people that thought a certain way, that dressed a certain way, that acted a certain way, that had the same beliefs. A business is the same thing. Best brands in the world create them cultures. They have a mission, they have a belief system, and they have a why they're doing what they're doing. Lastly, one more to add is KPI. You need to have a KPI to understand whether someone delivers good work. And when it comes down to business, numbers are where it's at. In terms of connection is important, relationships are important, the mission is incredibly important. But if you're going into a direction and the numbers don't back it up, don't back that direction up, then you're probably going in the wrong direction. So you need to change. So you need to have a KPI against all your key roles. How do you track someone's delivering great work? Mostly it's revenue, or it's profit, or it's retention. They're your key KPIs. Someone needs to be working towards that. So from you being in your role, you know that you have one target. Tracking that target is called your KPI. So you know that if I'm delivering week after week and day after day, I'm taking steps closer towards that goal. Your KPI needs to be something that you review daily, that you review weekly, that you can see that you and your team and each individual on your team are delivering great work.
Yes, please.